media manager and guru, why should businesses even be on social media?
So social media for a business is just another end for marketing. It's a way to have your brand be out there 24/7 in people's face, and also to market to those people without even knowing you're marketing.
I think for what's trending, it's a great organic way to grow.
Right.
Because it's already trending,
Yeah.
people are looking for that topic. But where do businesses go when they want to put that extra investment in and make a paid ad?
So I think honestly the best avenue for that would be social media ads, where you can go onto Facebook and you go through the ad manager, and you can create different ads there. You can do a video ad, you can do photo ads, you can do a scrolling ad. There's so many different types of ads you can do, and you can push it because Facebook and Instagram are linked together. You can push them out at the same time for the same price. And when it comes down to like paid ads and things like that, it really comes down to making your money worth it. And that's where demographics and things like that come in, and that's where your analytics really matter.
Absolutely.
Because you can go into the back end of Facebook and into your insights and Instagram and things like that, see who's your target, who are your followers, and what your follower demographic is, and then twist it to make it so that, okay, these are what my demographic is right now. Let me add more to it with what I want my demographic to be. So like if I'm an automotive industry, and obviously you're going to push it out to males a little bit more, but maybe I have a car that might be a family car too. So let me push out my paid ad in the demographic of families with children. You can do something like that, and then that pulls out a bigger demographic, and it pulls in more people to your page and your social media accounts and things like that.
Absolutely, and it really all comes down to what the marketing campaign is and what
Right.
your goal is.
Yeah.
Because the target market might change based on the ad.
Right.
Because taking medical industry, for instance, if COVID obviously is a big thing right now, so everybody's pushing kits that employers can handle in their offices to make sure that everybody is safe from COVID.
Right.
So if I'm a medical industry and I'm trying to reach dentists, my paid ad is not going to be this generalized
Right.
asset.
Yeah.
It's going to be dentist based, and then maybe I have a second graphic that's more service industry or restaurants or business. So it really
Yeah.
comes down to what your target market will be for that particular campaign.
Right.
As well as mixing in the generalized ads just
Yeah.
to get your brand out there.
Yeah, exactly. And in ad manager and things like that, you can target, okay, I want them to go to my website, I want them to go to this page, I want them to like my page, I want them to book, say you're in the hospitality and you're a resort or something, I want them to book now, things like that. There's all different kinds of buttons and all different leading ways to get people to go to different things.
Absolutely. You should always have an end game
Yeah,
for your
exactly.
Facebook and Instagram ads.
Exactly, and like I said, that's where really the analytics come into play. You really want to make your money worth it.
And another misconception is that you have to put in a crap load of money to make a
Right.
Facebook and Instagram ad work. Like, what have you found that is the way to ease into using Facebook ads?
So I think especially if it's like your first time Facebook ad, I would only throw like, honestly, you can throw anywhere between like $5 to $10 for a week to see. And when you go into ad manager, you can create audiences. So create an audience and call this ad one case study or something like that, or ad one audience. And you can run multiple ads if you want to with different audiences, and throw like $5 to $10, maybe 20 if you really want to. But at first, I wouldn't throw a lot of money at ads just to see
what works.
What exactly?
Because especially if you're just starting out, you're not going to know
Yeah.
what your target market actually is. You can think you have this vision in your head that if you've never done an ad before, that this is your target market, and then when you put an ad out, you might find the complete opposite is
Right.
actually what your brand is attracting.
Yeah.
And that's what's awesome about ads and looking at the analytics, is you actually get to see physically in front of you
Yeah.
data what your target market is.
And that's the great part about throwing out more than one ad. You grab onto all those different demographics, and then you can come when you have like 5 to 10 ads already run, and then you can look at all those demographics, because just because you put in families with young kids or something like that, you might find as an end result for the ads, you get families with older kids or couples without children. That might be your more target audience, and then you can adjust to have that perfect demographic.
Absolutely. And then when you're using ads, obviously every post that you're doing is not going to be paid or have an end game in mind. You really want to build your persona and your brand and your professionalism, and not have every post be a sale per se.
And that's I had actually looked at this. I had researched into this. It's like the 70-20-10. So 70% of your posts should kind of just be getting yourself out there. Fluff, right, for lack of a better word. And then 20% of it should be grabbing people's attention, making a couple of sales, and then that 10% where that would be your ads, that's where you really give it the go, and you push people to go to locations and go book and go to the restaurant, come to get a service if you're an automotive repair industry or something like that.
Yeah.
That 10% is where you give it your all, and then the 70% of the time is where you are constantly putting out content, but it's just as a reminder to your followers, like, hey, we're still here, check us out, you know?
So as small businesses, if they're looking to get on social media, there's so many platforms out there. What are your recommendations on the platforms that they should be focusing on?
So I think when you're first starting out and you're like, what social media platform should I be on? If you're very photo-based, like a restaurant where you're going to be putting out daily specials, food menu items, and things like that, I think your best two would be Facebook and Instagram. But if you're starting to post and you're realizing that this might not be the best avenue for my industry, I might be more informational, putting out like blogs and content and things like that that's not very photographic based. Facebook and Twitter are perfect for that.
That's all we got on this episode of Tepsi Talks. Make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and comment below on what topics you want us to cover next. Until then, stay creative.